Hello and welcome to another episode with me, Crafty Corner with Soph. This week we're going to be doing a resin project, exploding cauldron. This is a Miniverse Harry Potter potions ball. I will link a picture so then you know what they look like. Inside they're a mystery ball and you can get any of these potions that you can make, but I'm more interested in the things that it comes with, like this, which is a little cauldron full of resin, and this is what we're going to be making our exploding cauldron out of. You can pick these up on Temu very cheaply, a couple of quid for 5 or 10 of these, without the resin in, just empty, but that's what we want it for. But it also comes with more cool accessories which we'll be using. A little cauldron stand, which is good for displaying. And then I really like this addition as well, which is a little cauldron burner, which we can make flames with resin. And then it slides underneath and looks like the fire is lighting the exploding cauldron. More very good accessories that you get in these packs are mica powders. I do have my own, which I'll be using to brighten them up as well. This is quite pale, this one. And little tiny skulls, which we can also use in the exploding cauldron, which is very cool. You get these little tiny spoons, which are brilliant for using with your micro powder, because a little goes a long way. So we'll only be using perhaps half a spoon to do this whole cauldron set. And then you get your potion bottles, other little bits and pieces, but we won't be interested in any of that. The Miniverse potions resin kits are actually what got me into resin in the first place. They're brilliant kits. They come with all these different potions that you can make. They also do a honeydew sweet shop version, which if you have a look at my shorts, there is an example on there of what I've remixed with that. But it comes with everything that you need to get started, and very good value for money, very addictive. But let's get started. So first things first, our cauldron, which is full of the resin. If we open the lid, you can see it has this tab that we need to pull off. You need to be very careful with resin. It is highly toxic when it's in its liquid form. I recommend wearing disposable gloves. I'm a professional, so I'm just going to crack on. Once we've removed most of the top, you can pick up these little cups. They're just little plastic disposable cups in great big packs for £1 anywhere. Little plastic shot glasses also do the job. We're going to pour out all our resin. Or as much as we can. Put this to one side for a moment. And then because this is still highly toxic, we're going to set with, I use dark beam, but any UV light will do. And we're going to set this so then it's no longer dangerous. Okay, so now that the resin is hard, I've just gone around the outside and scraped away any white label that was left. And now what we're going to do is get some polymer clay. Any clay will do, or blue tack, plasticine, anything that's pliable. And we're going to fill the cauldron 3/4 of the way full with this to save on resin, but also So then we've got something to stick our spikes into that we're going to make in a minute. I'm going to use the bottom of my scalpel just to push it down. Set that to one side. And we're going to take the resin that came out of the cauldron and we're going to add just a little bit more to this. I use this one, which I got from Amazon, cheap. We don't need much. It's filled up to about here. And then I've got some purple mica powder. And I'm going to use the spoon that came in the Miniverse set, which you can pick up at Amazon or cheaper at the supermarkets. B&M, Asda, Sainsbury's and Morrison's will do them. And a toothpick from my lovely friend. Cheers, little buddy. And mix that well. I'm also going to add some of these silver mini balls that I picked up again from Amazon, I believe these were. But I think these are going to give a really cool little effect. And I'll just put some of them in there. And then this is a silicone mat, which you can pick up cheap from Temu, online at Amazon, craft stores. They are pence. But you can lay resin on these and set them, and then they just peel straight off. So we're going to get our cocktail stick, get a small amount and keep it moving. Lay it on the mat and just draw out like a spike kind of shape. Let's get these set with our UV light. We're now going to flip these over and put resin on the other side so we don't have a flat edge. So just flip them over. Now that all the spikes are dry, we're going to push them into the clay at different angles to create the explosion. I'm going to add some more resin into the middle to set the progress. I'm going to add this one here. I'm just going to dip it straight into the resin. Now I'm going to use the resin to fill in all these gaps that you can see the clay poking through, to seal it. I also want to make some drip marks coming down the cauldron. I'd also like to add the cauldron lid to one of these spikes. Maybe these two, I think. So next I want to make some larger spikes coming out for the explosion. So now what I want to do is we're going to go over with clear resin and put some more of the silver balls over it. And for that we need a little bit of clear resin. I'm going to do that with all of them and I'll show you how it looks. The last thing that I want to do to the cauldron is add some of these skulls that we got. I don't know if the camera is going to pick up just how tiny and cute these are. Let's see if I can show you. I think a couple of them just in and around would finish this off. So we're going to use a little more of our resin. And red mica powder. And then this time we want short flames because it needs to sit underneath this one. So no longer than the depth of your finger. Or my finger, should I say. Finger lengths may vary, allegedly. I'm not going to worry about putting resin on the other side of these ones because they're so small and the detailing would be lost underneath the cauldron anyway. I'm going to put a small amount of resin in the bottom. And then I'm going to take each one of these and dip it into the resin and stick each one individually because they're so small, these ones. And there you have it. Rid of that little bit on the end. That's better. So we've made our fire. We've got our cauldron stand. And this should just slide under. And our exploding cauldron. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Take care.